Preface to Mallishwarante Makkal. We are civilized. We claim to be the strongest people or links in the civilized society. We are capable of making opinions, making definitions, and holding on to hollow ideas. We are smart enough to impose such hollow ideas on others, especially those who feel weaker than ourselves. We are greedy enough to get what we want and we don't give it to others. We are civilized. But unlike all of us, there are a group of people who have been labeled as barbaric or uncivilized society, alienated from us living in the cliffs of Attapadi. They are tribes. We call them uncivilized. We are the people who destroy the nature and at the same time cry out to protect the nature. We have to learn some strange things from the lives of these primitive people. They worship forests, mountains, rivers, and all kinds of living things and use natural resources with care and kindness. They lived in the rhythm of nature, saluted and respected the earth. They worked hard and reaped gold from the soil, the gold which was pure as nature. Our eyes amplified with the sight of the natural resources they had grown. We decided to make them civilized as ourselves. Little by little, we began to migrate to their land. There were a lot of thieves, robbers, and murderers among them. We destroyed their beautiful areas for our own benefits. They could not stand to see all this. When the officials responsible for assisting them came out for looking money, everything became complete. Then they were the days of development trickeries. In the meantime, no one saw the pangs of the man who could not cultivate in their decaying land. But instead, we taught them how to brew alcohol commercially, cultivate cannabis, transport it to where it needs to be, and made profit. Who brought them to this stage under the influence of liquor, who made their livelihood depend upon agriculture, who has become rich through the government funds they receive, who drained their soil, their honor, and their blood, who are the people responsible for unwed mothers, who makes their men addicted to alcohol, who cheated those who lived quietly in the mainstream, who is trying to get rid of them by exploiting again and again. Now, these are the burning questions in their mind. We have 100% literacy. Most of all, we claim to be vigilant, compassionate, tolerant, and equal. But are these things in our families? I don't know. In our families and in society, there are many women who are oppressed and without freedom to look at or respect the other man. The family and the community are alienating women who got out to live with the man they like. We cannot be able to give justice to the women. But there is no such thing among the people who have been labeled as uncultured on the mountain top. They live freely without gender differences. But in their unadulterated lives, we went there with a white face full of poison in mind. Later, more than 200 unmarried women became mothers with 2 or more children without getting married. Even when we left, they lived without any complaint. Their society never abandoned them. They protected them. Isn't it a model for the world that their society is still being protected without any hesitation? I don't know. You have to decide. We are not hesitated to call police when the fence of the neighbors move a little and recover the lost 1 inch of land at any cost. But they, along with their fertile acres of land, have no boundaries. There is no competition, no boundary issues, and they cultivate crops with a mutual support. The crops they reaped are shared. There we went and taught them to put poison in the soil. We showed them how to take away the land and how to make false documents of land. Thus we proved our superiority on them. We got stronger and influential. We kept on winning. The successive governments have heard their voice. Crores of rupees pumped for them. Plans were drawn up for that. We, the civilized and educated, made plans only on papers for them. We showed them heaven, but no one knew that we were the ones who built the real heaven by using the pumped money. So we became very rich and strong. Everywhere our money talked. We bought land and built huge mansions. Expensive vehicles have purchased, but these changes never annoyed them. They satisfied with the projects on papers. Schemes that were mere lines never hurt them. They flew like birds in the sky without worries, and time passed. We became successful everywhere. We struggled hard to transform them as ourselves. Our marriages are collapsing day by day. Cases are accumulating in family courts. We are demanding for new courts. A woman who recognizes her husband as alcoholic bears all sufferings for her children, but some are demand for divorce. Isn't it good to observe a marriage between them, as we have no ways of knowing the person who marries us? This is how they get married. The prospective bridegroom must stay in the house of the bride for a full season. She must be convinced that he is capable of feeding her and her family. If she and her family are convinced, the marriage takes place. There is no dowry between them. The woman is considered as wealth. So man gives money and owns woman. The money that is given is known as Pariyapanam. Such a system is now being adopted by many advanced nations as post-modern method. We have realized the Madhav Gadkal report and the subsequent Kasturi Rangan report are hollow. We have wondered what the Western Ghats are. We boast that there is nobody better than us. We organized a protest against the Western Ghats. We have got confusion whether we want the Western Ghat or not. But they did not know anything about the reports. But they knew that the next generation needs mountain, rivers, and streams. Someone has told me that if they were assigned to look after the forest, there would be no access to the sun. They knew what to cultivate by looking at the timely changes in nature. They didn't even need a weather station warning. But today, when everything is gone and even the drinking water is rampant, we have no answer whether the Western Ghats should be protected or not. The latest proof that they couldn't be like us is that, knowing that they are constantly being exploited by us and that there is no one to solve their persistent problems, they were continuously denied justice. They know that their genealogy is being broken, that they endure all provocation without making any complaint to anyone. Isn't it to be described as nothing more than a word, uncivilized?